Hey guys, this is Jason. I've had a lot of requests over the last few months to do a follow-up video on my Taurus CT9. I've modified several magazines for this weapon. I've actually modified the weapon quite a bit itself. So let's get into it. What I've done to this gun is I've added a collapsible buttstock. I chopped the barrel off for a total length of 6 inches. And obviously I had it SBR'd, Form 1. I had the barrel threaded so later I can attach a suppressor. And I shortened the handrail here using basically a hacksaw, a Dremel, and a plastic welder. The main purpose of today's video is to go over some modifications I've made to magazines. A lot of you guys have had questions on how they worked and how they how reliable they've been. So we're going to do some shooting out at the range today, and I'll give you basically my opinions on the actual weapon itself after the modifications, as well as what you guys can do to get some high capacity magazines for this gun. There on the left you've got 2 modified Uzi magazines with modified Uzi followers. And on the left here you've got a modified Uzi magazine with a modified Taurus CT9 follower. And then here on the right is the Colt SMG magazine. We'll start with the 2 modified Uzi magazines with Uzi followers. So that one works pretty well. There's another Uzi magazine with an Uzi follower. First failure to feed, and then that one also failed. So that mag didn't work quite as well. Alright, Uzi magazine with the Taurus CT9 follower. Failure to feed. Failure to feed again. Failure to feed. Failure to fire. It's not pushing the round into the ramp. Failure to feed. Basically this magazine isn't locking at the proper level. So the rounds, I don't know if you can see this here, but the rounds basically aren't sitting high enough. See how it kind of moves? That's kind of hard to show you. But anyway, the magazine's not locking up to the perfect level to load the rounds on this one. So this one's kind of a failure. Alright, now here's the Colt SMG magazine. Alright, well that one ran flawlessly. I've loaded both the Uzi and the Colt SMG magazine up with 20 rounds apiece. And we're going to start with the Uzi mag. Alright, that was all 20 rounds without any failures. Alright, now the Colt SMG magazine. Failure to feed properly. Alright, that was the rest of that mag. Alright, so one failure to feed on the Colt SMG magazine. The major issue with the Colt magazines was they don't like to be filled to capacity. They work fairly well when you load 20-25 rounds in, but when you load it up to its threshold around 30 rounds, they don't seem to work as well for those first 10 rounds or so. And then when you get to around 20-25, they start functioning much better. On the Uzi magazines, you're capable of getting a better function out of the weapon, but it's very hit or miss because you have to basically make the Dremel in the actual locking area for the magazine, so you're kind of guessing where it is. And again, I did this to 6 magazines. 2 of the magazines worked fairly well, one of them worked very well, and then the other 4 didn't really work at all. Okay, in conclusion, would I buy this gun again to modify it? The short answer is no. There's a lot of work that went into this gun to make it how it is currently. I've got about $1,600 into it, including tax stamps, Form 1s, the barrel being shortened, all the additional parts. Frankly, there's just better options on the market now. The SIG MPX is out there now. You can buy it as a pistol. The Scorpion Evo 3 is also now out on the market, and it's only about an $800 gun. You can buy that as a pistol, and they have, I think, high cap mags coming out for it if they're not already on the market. So if you guys haven't already bought a Taurus, I would highly suggest you look at the other options for the pistol caliber carbines that are out there on the market now, because there are better options. Post any questions you guys have. I'll try and answer them as quickly as I can. And